Ever get that sluggish feeling when you're like sick in a stuffy room and your brain just feels, I don't know, kind of foggy?
Yeah, like you can't quite.
Yeah, like you can't quite focus. Turns
Totally.
out it might not just be in our heads.
Really?
Yeah, there's this whole connection between the air we breathe specifically,
Yeah.
the CO2 levels, and how well our brains actually work. We're doing a deep dive on that today. And I got to say, I was surprised by some of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like I knew about CO2 monitors, obviously, but I didn't really get how much they could actually fluctuate, even just in a regular house. I got myself one of those Aranet 4s,
Yeah.
and it's kind of wild seeing the numbers jump around.
I bet. So, for those of us who haven't been tracking CO2 in our living rooms, what's the basic link here?
So, super basic science recap, right? We breathe in oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide.
Right.
But when those CO2 levels start climbing, say in a room that's not well ventilated, it can actually mess with how well our brains function.
Okay, so how bad are we talking, really? Like, if my home office is a little stuffy, should I be concerned?
Well, there was this study back in 2012 by Satish and a bunch of other researchers. They found that when CO2 levels hit 1,000 parts per million, people's ability to do even basic tasks like plummeted. Like a 23% decrease compared to being at just 600 ppm.
23%. That's a pretty significant drop.
Yeah, and apparently it hits working memory especially hard. You know, that thing where you're trying to hold information in your head while you're working on something?
Oh, yeah. Gone right when you need it most.
Exactly.
So the 600 ppm, is that like the magic number then?
It's actually pretty close to the average CO2 levels you find outdoors.
Which makes sense, I guess, if you think about it. Our brains evolved outside.
Exactly. So being stuck inside with these higher levels, it's no wonder we might feel a bit off, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, think about all those hours people spend in offices or classrooms that might not have the best ventilation.
Right. Makes you wonder. And what's crazy to me is how fast those levels can change. I mean, I've been playing around with my Aranet 4 and just opening a window for a few minutes.
Makes a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Wow.
Which leads to a bit of a, well, maybe an unexpected question.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Could a simple fan actually help us think more clearly?
A fan, like a desk fan.
Yeah.
How would that even...
Well, think about it. When we breathe out, that CO2 doesn't just magically disappear.
Right, yeah.
It kind of hangs out around our heads, creating this little cloud of like less than ideal air.
Okay.
So the idea is a fan, even a small one, could help disperse that CO2 more efficiently.
So instead of breathing in our own exhaust, basically, the fan keeps things circulating, keeps the air fresher.
Exactly. Now, gotta be clear, this is all still pretty speculative.
Right, we need research, actual studies.
Totally. We need scientists with fans and test subjects.
Exactly.
But it's an interesting thought, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if something as simple as a fan could have even a small impact.
It makes you think, right?
Yeah.
Like what other little things in our environment could be affecting us that we haven't even considered.
Right. The possibilities are kind of endless.
So,
The like and subscribe thing?
yeah. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah.